Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? We are going to be playing with the new Fantasy Cosmetica eyeshadow palette and for the first time ever a Fantasy Cosmetica highlighter palette. The packaging on both of these is stunning, but the color story of the eyeshadow palette is called the Wizard palette. Just grabbed my heart right away. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm obsessed. I love the blues and the yellows. It's so pretty, so unique. I'll probably do a little bit of a softer look with this today because I'm gonna take my dog to the vet. I'm not trying to do like the biggest, boldest blue smoky eye, but I really want to focus on showing, you know, the yellow and the blue together because I just think it's so cute. I even changed into a little sweater that has yellow and blue on it. And then, like I said, they're coming out with a highlighter palette. It is called the Celestial Lights palette. And this one did come pretty broken for me. Two of my shades were completely shattered. I'm really hoping that was just me. My mailman was just like throwing the package and that it's not a reoccurring issue because it was two shades. This collection is launching on February 16th, so we still have a few days to go. I have an affiliate code with Fantasy Cosmetica, so if you do decide to purchase anything and you want to use my code, it is AMYLOVES, and I believe it saves you 10% off anything on their website, and I really appreciate your support. I did film overhead swatches of the palette so you can see every little detail super up close. So let's start swatching. Let's start off with the Celestial Lights palette. We have the shade Dancing Lights, which looks like such a beautiful soft pink. Looks to have like a little bit of a blue shift to it. We have Whirlwind, which I would describe as a hot pink with a little bit of a blue shift as well. Definitely very duochrome type shades. And then we've got Dark Scar, which is a really beautiful purple. Kind of has some gray undertones. So I feel like I'm definitely gonna try these out, but I don't know how much I'm going to love them as face products. To me, they look like something I'll be using more on my eyes, like especially that purple. They do swatch really pretty. I could probably get away with this on my cheeks, but overall, I love the tones. I love the packaging and the aesthetic. So there's how they swatch. And then for the Wizard palette, I genuinely cannot get over how stunning this color story is. I love times 1,000 the blue and the yellow together. I think it's so pretty. So the very first shade we have here is Curiosity, which is a very pale light blue, like so pale it's almost white, but it has like a good amount of pigmentation right off the bat. Feels nice and soft. We've got Conjuration. I think that I have been studying Spanish too much because I was about to say conjugation, which is a really beautiful light blue. Looks like it has a tiny little bit of like a pinky shift, but it's more on the subtle side, but definitely a good shine. And then we've got Incantation, which is more of a true pastel blue. You can see just how white this one looks in comparison. I think this shade is going to end up looking white on a lot of skin tones. Okay, super pretty, just shiny. I think I might just build these mattes up just a little bit just so you guys can see. And then next we have Spellbook, which is a pastel yellow. So cute. We've got Meteor Storm, which is a pastel yellow shimmer, but it looks like it has like a tiny bit of a blue shift. Oh my gosh, okay. And then we've got Graviturgy. Okay, that looks like a multi-chrome. It has a little bit more of a black base. It's got some green. Actually, you know what? That might be a holographic shadow. The more I look at it, that's cute. Maybe we should do a little bit of a bigger swatch of that one just so you guys can hopefully catch the holographicness. It's a little bit more subtle. It's not like, bam, I'm holographic. But when you're looking at it, you can definitely see it a little bit. I don't know that I like love this shade in this color story. Like I'm just kind of really attached to the yellow and the blue. So the purple is kind of like, oh, it's just there. But like it is really beautiful. Okay. Next we have a true, like really bright blue called Telepathy. Super intense. Feels nice and creamy to the touch. It definitely doesn't feel dry. We've got Divination, which is a blue purple shifting shadow. I feel like it's going to be the perfect shimmer in between these two mattes. And then we've got Intellect, which is a indigo, I would say. It's like that perfect mix of, is it a blue or is it a purple? A little bit of both. Super cute row. Okay, I feel like Fantasy Cosmetica really outdid themselves with this one. Like, so pretty. It is finally time to put this on my eyes. I did prime already with the Prelusion eyeshadow base from Davina. I also used just a tiny little bit of the nude sticks in the shade 1 to highlight underneath my brow bone. Ooh, I'm so excited. So I think I'm gonna start off with the yellow, the shade Spellbook, and kind of start it off on my inner corner. And then I'm going to tap that through my crease just to get it to be pretty vibrant right away. Normally pastel shadows in general do their best when you tap them into the skin first instead of just like going in with windshield wiper motions right away. So that's what I'm gonna do right here, and like I said, mostly just focusing it on the inner half of my crease into my inner corner. I think I'm gonna go into a little bit of the shade Curiosity, but I don't know how much it's gonna show up. So I'm gonna put that a little bit higher up right here. Yeah, so like I suspected, it's a blue, but in the lightest way possible. It is very, very light. I feel like that would probably be a good highlighting matte shade versus a crease shade for pretty much everyone. I mean, it's really not doing that much right there. So I'm gonna go into the other matte blue that has a little bit more brightness to it, and I'm gonna start that off in my outer V. Again, just tapping it down. I'm gonna do my best not to blend these two shades together. I want to blend them, I wanna blend them upwards, but I just don't wanna blend them together in the middle because I really wanna focus on that blue and that yellow. I don't want to blend and create green. That is just not my journey today. It's fun because I feel like you can go so soft with this palette, but I've already seen some creators releasing looks where it's just very smoky, very dark and bold, and it's just so pretty. But you know me, I'm just a little hoe for pastels. Let's go ahead and essentially do the same thing on the lower lash line. Outer half is going to be the brighter matte blue, then the inner half is going to be soft yellow. Part of me loves the way that this looks matte so much. I just want to do the whole thing matte, but then I'm like, what kind of first impression would that be if I only use two shades? Like, I might get fired. I don't even have a boss, but I would get fired. This is when it gets tricky. I'm debating on going in with just a little bit of the darker blue to just a tiny smidge on my outer corner. The smallest amount of telepathy, just to add a little bit of depth to this look, just for first impression's sake. I mean, I could have stopped it where it was, but I was like, you know what, let me just try one more shade. I am being careful because this is a very, very pigmented blue. So I'm going in with the smallest amount and just kind of blending as I go. I don't want to get carried away right now. I think that's enough, like just a little something. I'm gonna go over the edge of that with my blendy brush. And then let's go into just a touch of Meteor Storm with my smaller brush. And I'm going to pop that on the inner corner, starting off right here and then just bringing it onto the lid. Probably gonna do it probably about halfway. Pretty much as far as the yellow is through my crease. Applying okay with a brush. I feel like it looks a little bit chunky. Maybe take my time to smooth it out a little bit more on this side. I love the color though, like the shine is so cute. I just needed to take a second and kind of really move that product around so that it wasn't like all sitting in one space, and that texture issue fixed itself pretty much right away. Let's go into the light blue shimmer now. Take that over the outer half. She's so cute. And then just kind of blending that into the yellow a little tiny bit. That was pretty simple. It only took about 12 minutes to do in real time. Obviously, it'll be shorter for you guys since the video is edited, but I'm telling you, 12 minutes for that look. I'm not mad at it at all. I think it looks so freaking cute. So I'm gonna go into the Blend Bunny Omni Lash. This just launched yesterday. I feel like I've been talking about it in every video, but she is that girl. So let's try out the highlighter palette. I think I'm just going to go into the shade Dancing Lights. I don't have anything on my cheeks because I didn't really want to go in with bronzer or blush. I just kind of wanted to try one of these by themselves and see what it looks like. So we're going to use Dancing Lights, and I kind of want to go in with something to use it more as like a blush. This is the Nikki LaRose and BK Beauty N15, and it's so fluffy. I don't know. Let me just see. Oh yeah, that's like the perfect blush lighter for me. It's adding a little bit of a soft pink, but look at the glow. Okay, I'm so glad I did that. Oh, it builds up fast though. It does build up fast. This brush is so soft, it just feels amazing. There is pretty much the look, but I feel like I need to pull out one of my Fantasy Cosmetica lippies. I go into the shade Hidden, which is a really pretty, like, soft pinky tone. I think I'm just gonna kind of blot that shade on versus like going in full impact. Also, final thoughts for this first impression. I'm impressed with this palette. I already know that I really enjoy Fantasy Cosmetica's formula. I feel like they have decently affordable palettes. They're all like under the $40 price range. They have really intense shimmers, easily blended mattes, and I feel like they do a lot of fun, grungy color stories. Very inspired. And this color story might just be my favorite yet, just because it is so unique. Everything looks good on the eyes, and I appreciate a palette where you can go so soft, like just like, I mean, obviously I ended up going not as soft as I could have gone for first impression's sake, but I feel like you can go very soft, very subtle with this palette, but you could also do like the most stunning, high impact, blue, yellow, smoky eye of your life. I need to do another look with this ASAP. As far as the highlighter palette goes, I do think that it's cute, but realistically, if it was me, if I was purchasing this collection, I would probably only be using this shade on my cheeks. So I don't know if it would be worth it like that. Maybe if these are available as singles, I'm not sure if they are or not, then you could pick up whichever shade works best for you. For me, this is going to be more of an eyeshadow palette than a highlighter palette, but this lighter shade does look super pretty on the cheeks, like not mad at it at all. Yeah, so overall, I'm happy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this first impression. I hope that it was helpful. Let me know if you enjoy like the kind of mix of getting to see me and getting to do a look together, but also getting that overhead content, because I'm having a really fun time doing both. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you again very soon for another exciting video. Bye!